Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. I've got a lot of records to talk about today. I went to a used record store yesterday and a bookstore, and I bought, I don't know, 10 or 12 albums there. And then today I went to a record show in Shoreline, Washington. It used to be called the Lake City Record Show. They've moved. But that was an experience. Um, Driving to Seattle, they had I 5 completely shut down because President Biden was in town and his entourage was going to a dinner somewhere for a fundraiser. So traffic was an absolute mess in Seattle. I tried to go. I said, well, I'm going to get off the freeway, and I was lucky enough to get off and go down through Seattle, the center of town, and I kept going all the way through town, and I thought, well, it should be safe to get back on I-5 by now. So took the turn to get back on I-5 North, and they had I-5 North shut down. Nobody could get on. You had to go to I-5 South. So I had to go I-5 South all the way around, cut back down into Seattle again, go all the way through Seattle. I ended up going the long way around. If anybody knows this area up here, I had to go all the way around by Ballard and that way. Anyways, I got there, and Elk Boy, my friend John, went with me. Um, so I got a whole bunch of records here, and let's get started. Um, Sealed copy, and that's the only reason I bought it because it was sealed with a hype sticker. Not his best album, Ringo's. Um, then I got a box set, Eddie Cochran's 20th anniversary album. This is, I think it's a 4 record set. This was $20. Most of these records I've already cleaned. Some of them I haven't. This is one I picked up yesterday. Real clean. I got some really good deals on these. I did not pay a lot of money for them. And then I got this one, Very Sexy, Eddie Lockjaw Davis, and that's on Prestige. Today I bought Steve Earle. This is a 12-inch single of Johnny Come Lately. I think it's from the UK. But the reason I bought it, it's got a live version of Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska. And I've got almost everything that Steve's done, so I picked this up. This is something I have no idea what it is. It's kind of a book kind of thing. It's the Magical Mystery Tour from Japan. And it's really just the record and a bunch of advertising uh, stuff in here. It just kind of folds around. This is just cardboard to protect the record. So that's kind of interesting. Then I got a real nice promo copy of Goat's Head Soup. I think this was $18. Um, Look at the sticker on here. And it's got, the regular insert sleeve for the record, and then it's got the goat's head insert as well. So real happy to get that. This is something I have no idea what it is. Look at this. I mean, look at these rivets in the record here. It's an authentic VJ pressing. I think I paid $20 for this because I suspect that this was a salesman's sample and they would put it inside a binder like this along with any other records they were going around to try to get people to order from them. And then this is a record I really wanted. This is a Light in the Attic reissue of Carole King's The City. I have a bootleg copy of this with a black and white cover, but I've really been looking for the color cover. An original just goes for $100 or more, and I didn't want to pay that. I remember seeing these in the cutout bins when way back. So that was $20 on that one. And then I bought this. Mainly I bought it because it had the hype stickers, and it was I think it was $16. But then when I got it home and got it cleaning, it's a promo. So that was a nice surprise. And then I bought this one because it has the hype sticker, and I did not have an original pressing of this. I've got a couple of reissues, but this has got a nice hype sticker in open shrink wrap. This is kind of unique. Okay, this is the Schoolboys with Beatlemania. And to show you the impact that the Beatles had on the music industry, the story on the back here, I'm just going to read a little bit to you. It says, they will shortly appear on the Ed Sullivan Show. So they haven't even been on Ed Sullivan yet when this record was made and was rushed out to capitalize on Beatlemania, because nobody thought it would last. You know, it was like, let's make some money on this while we can. But this is a really cool record. Very glad to get it in this condition. It's also available with a different cover, this brown and white, I think. This is a 1971 reissue, near mint, in open shrink wrap. Very nice condition. And again, this was $18 on this one. For some reason, this seller had a lot of records at $18. But I was glad to get that one. And then this is a blind buy. This is a band called Appaloosa. And it's got a thing here that says lyrics are enclosed. And the reason I bought this is it's produced by Al Cooper. And it's got Fred Lipsis, it's got Bobby Colomby, and those were members of, and Fred Catterall. Those were all members of the first Blood, Sweat and Tears album, which I love. It's my favorite Blood, Sweat and Tears record. So this is basically a lot of the guys from that album with Al Cooper producing. And it's a nice 2i original Columbia. And I think I only paid like $8 for that. So interesting. Can't wait to hear that. And then I picked up another copy of this Nazareth album. I've already got one that was a white label promo. This is a green label Warner Brothers. And I'll be sending this off to Patrick so he can rip it. And this was a real nice buy. This was only $5. It's in nice shape. It's a, I think it was an F. Let me look and see. And the reason he said it was $5 is that it's missing the inner original sleeve. This is a D cover. So if I end up finding a beat copy somewhere with an inner sleeve, I will put them together. And then I got this bootleg, the Yardbirds My Beck Pages. And the nice surprise on this is when I took the record out to clean it, there was Heart Full of Soul sheet music inside the jacket. So there's my Yardbirds bootleg. And then this is another Yardbirds bootleg, and this was $20. This is called Anyone Can Play. And then I picked up All the Best from Smokey. I really like the song Living Next Door to Alice, and I have that on another record, but it's not in real good shape. And this one is near mint. This one I paid $9.99 for. After the record show, we stopped at a local record store in Seattle, and I picked that up there. I also bought this one at that same store. Promo, The Early Songs of Paul Simon. And the interesting thing is that these are actually the Simon and Garfunkel songs. They've put them on this album. And I don't know why. I guess to see if they could get people to record them, and I don't know, just for publishing purposes, I guess. But interesting. I've never seen this before, and for $10 I picked it up. And then we got Monkey Business, and this is kind of like that Beatles one I show, where they tried to capitalize on the Monkees' popularity, and they put this record out. It has nothing to do with the Monkees whatsoever, but they do Monkey songs on here, and I don't know who the artist is, who the musicians are, but it was kind of cool, and I'll probably never see another one, so I picked that up. Excuse me. And then we got a nice Bob Dylan and the Band white label promo, and this one was $20. Very nice condition. It's one of my favorite used record stores in Seattle. It's Daybreak Records. I shouldn't be telling you my secrets. And then I love this song, Maniac, from Flashdance. I just love the Michael Zambello. And this is the extended mix of it, so I picked that up. This is a white label promo of Cream. It's called Off the Top. And it's a sort of a collection of the best of, I guess. And this is actually taped underneath the shrink wrap. So this was a little information for the DJs on the songs that are in here. And then this was $7, so I couldn't say no to that for $7 with an Obi. I forget how much I paid for this one. This is a 2-record set, a collection of the best of the Animals, but it turns out it's a white label promo. I looked it up on Discogs, and this is available in a black label standard edition. So this is a promo, and it was not marked as such, so that was another nice surprise. The same seller had this at, I think, around $7 as well. Culture Club with an Obi. And then we had a 2 LP bootleg set, The Beatles Live at Abbey Road Studios. Add that to my bootleg collection. Hourglass, which is early Allman Brothers Band. This was $8. This is a compilation, Lester Young, but it's got a bunch of heavy hitters on it. It's got Barney Kessel, Oscar Peterson, Herb Ellis, just a whole bunch of people on here, and it's real clean. I bought this yesterday. Never seen that label before, that VSP label. This was half price, so this was $3, and it's sealed, and I didn't have this, so I got it because Paul McCartney's on it. This is a real hard to find record, Jan and Dean, the Batman album. Jan and Dean Meet Batman. All the songs are based on the Batman. It's a really cool record, cool cover, very desirable for people that collect Batman and people that collect records. So you've got two different groups of collectors that look for this record. So, and it's in nice shape. I like that back cover too. Okay, and then today I picked up, this was $25, and this is a Canadian pressing red label. Sounds really nice. I've cleaned it, I've played it. It's not as nice as it's by any means, it's not as nice as an RL, but it was still nice to pick up for 25 bucks. And then I'm a fan of this song called Stay a While, The Bells, Canadian band. And these were half price, so this was $3. It's still sealed. And since I like that song so much, I bought this because this was only $2 at half off. And this is another Bells album. This ended up being $2 at half off. I bought it because of the Rolls Royce. And I'm pretty sure there's an Eric Clapton record that's got a Rolls Royce on the cover. I wanted to compare the two, and that's the only reason I bought this. Then this was one of the cooler things I found today. Excuse me. This was the last record I bought at the record show. And this is a 2-record set, and it's called California Christmas Album. But it's a gathering of the tribes for a human be in. And this is all kinds of bands. This has got Quicksilver Messenger Service, The Charlatans, Jefferson Airplane, Steve Miller Band, Moby Grape, Country Joe and the Fish, Grateful Dead, and Janis Joplin together. The Byrds. Very nice bootleg. Very desirable. Very hard to find. And this is the original pressing on the blue label, Penguin Records, and they only made 500 of them, and this is numbered, and this is number 462, hand numbered. So that's really nice. I'm glad. I can't wait to hear that. This I picked up yesterday. Red Garland Trio on Prestige. Nice. I love these glossy covers. I wish all records were like that. And again, this is on the Prestige label. And apparently these all came from one person's collection. And I was one of the early people to get to the store to see that they were in there and priced. This is Jam Session, Norman Granz. And this is on Verve. And this is a Japanese pressing. We've got the inner information sheet. Next up we have Yusef Lateef, Sweet 16 on Atlantic. Every Man Has a Woman Who Loves Him. I didn't have this with this hype sticker. I got a few Elvis Costello bootlegs. This is a single album, I believe. Oh no, this is a double album. This is Something New. And that was 20. This one was 25. This is what they call the Patriotic Wax. And the reason they do that, or call it that, is this is what the record looks like. That's pretty sweet. I love those early bootlegs. And then I picked up Jimi Hendrix and Lonnie Youngblood. Probably overpaid on that one. I don't know, maybe not. This was half price, $2 for A Vision Shared. This is an excellent, excellent record. Folkways. This is all Woody Guthrie and Lead Belly songs. with all these people covering them, and this is a really good record. I can't recommend this enough. And if you see this with a black and white cover, it's a promo. And the two Bruce Springsteen songs on that promo edition are live in the studio. These are recorded in the studio. But on the promo copy, he's talking to you, the listener, a little bit, and then he plays the songs live. And then yesterday, I paid $17 for this. I wasn't sure what I had. It's got a laminated cover, but it's got U.S. Information everywhere. Everything on it indicates it's a U.S. pressing, except this laminated cover. And then the record has Broadway, New York, but it also has this little gemma right up here. And it turns out that this is a German pressing. And side one, if you look at, see how narrow that dead wax is there? Side one of this, right here, this one, is, I think it's definitely an RL stamper on side one. Side two doesn't sound nearly as good. Side one sounds just as good as my RLs. It does not have RL in the dead wax. It has FP, I think, or no, PF. And I think that is the pressing plant in Germany. But I would lay odds that that's a RL on side one. So for $17, that was the deal. I like some of Seals and Crofts stuff, but I liked this movie when it came out, and I remember seeing it, and this was pretty cheap. I think I paid $5 for that one. And then this I got yesterday, Brother Jack McDuff, Tobacco Road. Real clean, real nice, original Atlantic pressing. This I picked up because I didn't have it yet. It's brand new, still sealed. I got this at Half Price Books. And then I also picked this up at Half Price Books because I have it on CD, but I did not have it on vinyl. And then this is Sacred Right, and this is a self-pressed album from Hawaii. Patrick knows this band. He's very familiar with them. This is the very first pressing. They did reissue this later on other labels, but this is the self-produced, self-released pressing that's on Sacred Right Records. That was $5. And then we've got a couple more. Best of King Curtis on Atco. Nice nice pressing, real nice pressing for $10. And then the last one. If you're still with me after all these records, thank you. The last one, we've got Jimmy McGriff, The Mean Machine. And this is, what label was this on? It's hard to tell. Groove Merchant International. Let's take a look at that label. Almost has a feel of an Atlantic record, though. Okay, Groove Merchant. So that's a lot of records, a lot of work. I've got to get them put in the Discogs. Some of these I'm selling. Majority of these I'm keeping. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I know it's a lot to go through. So until next time, ciao.